think it's a little bit better of a morning. I was trying to get some stuff done before this morning, so that's why 19 minutes late. And I've been having trouble with Streamlabs a little bit, so it's definitely a little bit different there. But let's see what's happening here. So I did upload a quick video on dark pool trading. Just some reading as I was going through it. I was like, this is just ridiculous. And I mean, I don't 100% know how that's, obviously it's got to be affecting us in a bad way, trading more than what's out there. But yeah, it's just really tough to take in that they're pulling out as much as they could possibly pull out in order to manipulate the system. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Let me see if I can switch over to my other channel. All those other things were updated here. But sorry guys, I just want to check some stuff out here. I think I did get into Twitch as well, but I have to go and check that too. Could be. Good morning, 62 people in here. Hit that like button, everybody. Let's see, edit. That's good. Thumbnail. Come on, cat. Sure, I don't know why I'll go with this thumbnail, but I will. We'll go with that. Good morning. Ponzi scheme. Yeah. Yesterday I bought the dip and averaged down, proud owner of 5,202 shares at $9.90. That's amazing. That's really good. I think we're going to see some really good stuff here. Good morning, Dark Pool. Short, these people should be in prison. Yeah, exactly. I did upload a video on my shorts channel, which I wanted to show my shorts channel as well, but I did upload a video on my shorts channel about dark pool trading, just a quick definition and breakdown, and why it's a little bit ridiculous if you haven't heard about it. So if you want to check that out, I'll put the link in the chat. Carl just jumped up here. Make sure you stay in that spot, man. Oh, am I taking up your spot? I'm sorry. Sorry. I didn't mean it. Didn't mean it. Don't come this way. Let me see. Channels. Go to shorts. Trying to get everything set up here, so it's an adjustment period. Carl, no. I can't see a dang thing. Come on, Carl, don't lick the mouse. What's your issue? Don't do that. All right, let me pin this. So the YouTube Shorts channel is pinned to the comment section. It's crazy. We got an influx of views on there for one of the Zom videos. So that was pretty good. So make sure you keep watching that. How's the dark pool trading legal? How is anything that you do legal? Like the naked shorting, how is that legal, but they can do it? Like there's a lot of things that they put in place just to protect their own ass, for lack of a better term, right? So that's just how it is. We're always going to be looked at as people that, I'm not saying we don't matter, but it seems that way. We really don't matter. What matters is their money. Any way that they can protect their money and save their money, they're going to put all of these things in place. And government is going to help them because a lot of them are, funded by big businesses or, hedge funds or, anybody that has, millions or billions of dollars are funded by them. So they're going to take their back, Matthew, make the damn AMC price go up. I wish I could just, say go up and then it goes up. But we can't really work that way. It's funny though, very funny. We have 150 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Get this, as high as you can get it when it comes to likes. But I did watch a number of videos, seeing all different types of angles on the dark pool trading, and still trying to read up on some stuff, because a lot of the information that we're seeing out here, right? We see that we have the dark pool trading definition. If you don't know what it is, dark pool trading is a privately organized financial forum or exchange for trading securities. Dark pool allows the institutional investors to trade without exposure until after the trade has been executed and reported. Dark pools are a type of alternative trading system that give certain investors the opportunity to place large orders and make trades without publicly revealing their intentions during the search for a buyer or seller. So looking at that, right, the definition, right, it just makes it seem like it's completely illegal, but it's not. They can do it. It's something that's well documented. They can do this stuff. Sooner or later, they're going to make short laddering legal. They're going to say, oh, this is the definition of short laddering, and this is why we do it. All this other stuff. And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. They always find a back road to doing things. And the reason why people are getting hype is because of, this Reddit post here talking about Citadel Securities and how they have 1 billion shares in the dark pool, and a total of 2 billion shares for AMC Entertainment across the board, which is literally 4 times the amount of what, the shares available. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand it, and people don't understand how it is legal, but it's legal. So I said I bought more yesterday. So a lot of people are thinking this is going to blow up, which I don't want to get everybody's hopes up and say that it's going to blow up. But everything just looks fraudulent. It's starting to look more and more like 2008, 2009, like they're trying to pump as much as possible in order to protect their own ass. But then, they're going to end up blowing everything up and everything's going to fail. So we have 202 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It does help out the channel a lot. I wanted to try and get I have YouTube short videos that I wanted to upload while we're going through this stuff. So I'm going to try and do that. Hopefully I can. I don't know if I can. No, I don't want to do that. So I'll buy more today. Yeah, I was looking into that too. I mean, I'm looking on Fidelity and see if I can buy a little bit more. I have some money clearing in Webull. I don't even know if it cleared. Let me see my account. Whoops. So no, nothing cleared, and I'm down on every single account. My portfolio looks amazing right now. It's not at its true bottom. You can see some of these areas, like obviously AMC was up to $1,000, $1,000 plus, but Ride, Zom, both of those are only down about a little close to $100. But I'm going to add probably more to Zom if it does stay this low, or if it goes lower. It looks like it's increasing, but if it does go lower, then I'm going to add more to Zom, because I do believe in where they can go. If you haven't seen my Zom short video, make sure you check out the YouTube Shorts channel. But yeah, that's where I stand right now. Everything was down yesterday. It looks like everything is moving on the way up, but don't let all of these positive numbers just go over your head real quick. I mean, I would like to look into some of these numbers, and hopefully it continues to the open market, because if it just happens in the pre-market, it's not going to be a good situation, right? So we want to see positive numbers in the actual market open, not just the after hours market. Best stocks to buy the dip. There's a lot right now. I'm still thinking, people are saying that Ride's not going to make a move. It might be close to where it should be. It got to a low of $11.18. Without these down days, it probably would have been on the up and up. Really, it would have been moving up, in my opinion. So I'm holding out for a while. It's probably going to be like a month or so to look into that. I'm obviously looking into AMC and GME as a big push. Cost seems to skyrocket out of nowhere a number of days. So I'm looking into those, all of the heavily moving stocks, but MVIS is something that I believe will see a large kick. It's starting to pull down because of the down markets that we had and any manipulation that they were having with the overall market. And you could see this push up to $24 or so, and you're going to see it actually make a pretty decent amount of money from $13. That's a great time to get in. If you can get in a little bit lower, that'll be amazing, but I'm not sure that it will go down anymore this week. We've had a horrible last 3 days, and I think it could be a little bit better. Do you think the hedge funds will use the same tactic against AMC to push the price down further? I think they're going to continue to use everything that they can use until they get called out on it. So I wouldn't say no. Does anyone know if there's dark pool shares mean the shorts are covered, or they need to cover 2 billion shares? That's where it ends up being tricky. I want to know a lot more of the information. Right now, we really only have the bare minimum of that. Just seeing the number out there is crazy. But we don't know the true detail behind the number. We know the definition of what dark pool trading is. We know that there's 1 billion shares from Citadel on March 1st, I believe, and apparently that's not updated number, so it may be different. We don't know if that's like some sort of cumulative number. We don't know what's going on with that in general, so we want to get an understanding of that before we jump to conclusions. I just wanted to make it known that it is out there, and this is they do have the ability to do this, and it's definitely interesting because it was called out, I believe, by someone by the name of Josh on Twitter, from what I've seen from Trey's channel as well. But it just, the way that it just looks sketchy, very sketchy. But we can't sit here and assume everything, or anything right now. So we're looking at it, seeing that it's a bad number. We want to be able to see a little bit more in this, read a little bit more into this. If AMC hasn't squeezed by the end of May, is it then time to change stance from AMC to the moon to more sensible $20 stock or $4, or hold for that? That's a good question. If it hasn't squeezed by May, they're basically asking if we should continue to look at it as to the moon, or should we look at something more reasonable? I think that a squeeze, in my opinion, with all this information going out here, if it is true and they end up having 2 billion short shares that they end up trading in the dark pool, then it could be a huge squeeze potential, right? But still looking at it without factoring that in, because we don't know all the details, I would say that I still don't believe that a full squeeze is on the table. I think that a large increase of $100, $200 is definitely on the cards, like it's on the table. I believe so. So with just an increase, not even worrying about a squeeze, that $100 mark is not a squeeze. That $100 mark is just a large push of the stock price. And I believe that that's definitely attainable. I believe that $50 is attainable. That's why I set my goal for between $20 and $30, because that is where I believe it will get to and where it could easily hold strong at. So $20 and $30 is something there I'm like, okay, if it gets up to $20, I'm sure it'll hold strong between 20 and 30. And if it does push up to $20, nothing is stopping it from really pushing up to 50. I know it recently, I believe the highest it got to was like 25.80 with a large wick. So literally getting up to this $20 mark, nothing's really stopping it from getting to 30 to 50 or whatever. It's going to be huge once we do see it break that $20 mark and actually stay consistent up there. Because I look at GME's potential and exactly what they did. Why couldn't AMC squeeze from $2 all the way up to $100 when GME squeezed from $5 or so all the way up to $500? So I believe the DTCC rule already was in effect, but it's just not, like, I don't know what they're physically doing with that because it's supposed to be in effect, but it creates like a recount and also forces them to get out of their naked short positions and any IOUs that they lent us. Cat just made a noise. He is really sleeping. I'm trying to show you guys. Wait, you know, I can't see it. There we go. Oh wait, he's awake now. He's like Michael Myers. You know, you look away for a second and he's staring at you. Whatever, I tried. No, nope, nope, nope. Not today, man. Well, maybe later. So yeah, we have 400 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, get it above 200 likes. If we have 400 concurrent viewers, we should have 200 likes. Basically, make sure the like button is half of what the concurrent viewers are. Have I ever used Boyfin for technical analysis? I have not. Is that like a something you search in a web browser, or is it like a software? 108 was effective yesterday. Do you see the info came out on AMC having 2 billion shorted shares in the beginning of March? Thoughts? Yes, that's what I was talking about in the beginning. The dark pool, I did see that. I did see a couple of videos on it, but a lot of the videos showed not bare minimum information. It did show basically everything that we know, really what the dark pool is, the shares that are out there, the fact that Citadel leads the charge, which is interesting. And no. And the way that I look at it, Carl, come on. I'm gonna have to kick you off the desk if you're gonna distract me, which I don't want to do because everybody loves Carl. But yeah, my opinion of it is just that we need to read up a little bit more before we jump into, or we jump to conclusions, really. Carl, stop licking me. He's like a dog, I swear. How do we keep finding shares available short every day? GME had 0 shares available, and yesterday it was 95K. So what they're doing with that is that they're actually covering older shorts in order to short at a higher point. So yeah, they're giving up the fact that they're losing money, right? But they can make more money on a short on the way down. Carl, please, I don't want to have to kick you off the desk. I really don't. He's just licking my arm, and he's like a dog. I can't. You're gonna step all over the keyboard. I'm gonna kick you off the desk, man. He does what he wants. It seems that way. It's not a dead cat. It's a cat that's basically a dog. Why are you licking me? Carl, get your shit together. He's going to be picking stocks today, probably, and I'm going to be uploading the video tomorrow. So I'm going to talk to the Discord group and see what Carl's calls are. You are licking me, and it's bothering me, man. It's non-stop licking. All right, so we have 489 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. But yeah, freaking Carl. Carl wants to move 1% towards the keyboard. Yeah, he wants to step all over the keyboard. That's what he does. He doesn't care what you're doing, what you're typing. He knows he's the star and wants to shine. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, we can talk about it looks like AMC's taking a little bit of a dip. I wanted to upload a video that's probably going to be old news if it goes down. So I'm going to try and do that as I'm answering some questions. Let's get out of this. I'm not going to end the stream. I almost ended the stream. Sorry if I switch accounts. Yeah, so I wanted to update some stuff, but You know what? How can I do a separate chat? Because that's the problem. Can I do a pop-out chat? You know what? I'll do this. Perfect. I love their desktop software. Yeah, the desktop software is amazing. I love Webull. If you want to get Webull, it's in the description. You can sign up and get 2 free stocks valued up to what, $1,800 or so. I've never gotten $1,800, but I've gotten a total of over $1,800 over a number of stocks. Typically, you get something that's around $10. Sometimes you might get one that's like $62 from what I got with Snap a while ago. But yeah, let me see what's going on here. What's my Twitter? My Twitter is Perry8K or something. That's my Twitter handle. But I hardly use it. It's out there, but I hardly use it. Let me upload one of these. Give me just a minute. 1 minute. I think these short videos are great. Let me know if anybody is. Are you subscribed to the Shorts channel? Anybody is subscribed to the Shorts channel? Let me know. SSR is useless. Absolutely useless. I would have to agree. What's the play to counter those fake shares? Literally, we can do, the only thing that we can do and that we've been talking about is hold. Holding is probably the best opportunity for us to tell you the truth. And I don't want to sit here and, you know, be that person that's like, oh, well, you know what? We can't fight it with anything. You know, we can buy and we can hold. That's all we can do. Yeah, on the shorts. Okay, I'm only subscribed to the Jorts channel. That's not a thing. Like jean shorts? Is that what you're getting at here? Da 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 da. Sorry, I'm just trying to. I may seem distracted because I'm trying to upload another video on my Shorts channel, and that's exactly what's going to happen. It's not after hours, it's pre-market. Luckily, Carl's sleeping because he's not licking my arm anymore. Boom. I just subbed yesterday. I appreciate this content. Yeah, I think it's good. Short form content is amazing to take in here. That's why I try and make it. But I need to upload other videos, other stocks. So if you want any suggestions on those stocks, make sure you go and comment on those videos what you would like to see. I did get a comment for CTRM, which I did a video for today, and I wanted to break that down to look at it long term. So if you want something that's long term, we can definitely look at that. That's a lot better than looking at something that's happening now, because any type of update with AMC could be old news by the time I upload it in the next 2 minutes. What's your take on NFTs like DLPN and CWC or CSCW? I think they could be a good hold opportunity, but you might want to. The thing is that you want to get in when it's low. Right now, I think it's pushing. Let's check what Dolphin is doing. I don't know why I don't have it on my list. I should probably create a watch list for that. But you want to get in while it's hot. Obviously, it pumped a lot, and then you want to see where it does fall out at and where it does level off at, because you're going to see an increase from there. It's down to $16 in the pre-market, closed at $19. You've seen it go as high as $37, so this is huge. But you want to see it level off because it's something that wasn't that big, but then it's not something that was a pump and dump. It's a pump and come back to reality type of thing. So this may be where the flat line is, and then you'll start to see that slow growth, because we want to see a lot of people get into it. I have a strong opinion on NFTs. I think they're going to be really big. Some people think they're not going to be big, just because they think they're going to be like somebody mentioned fidget spinners, and I think it's going to be a little bit a lot better than that, because fidget spinners aren't an investment. But I think this creating value and tying value to people, tying value to a certain art is definitely a great deal. I don't know about the NBA Top Shots and all that stuff. I still don't see the point in owning LeBron dunking and paying $37,000 for it. I don't see the point in that. But I guess they're backing it with the name of the NBA rather than just LeBron. But I see more value in maybe famous people doing like some sort of NFT art and only selling a limited amount of them, kind of like trading cards. Trading cards really shouldn't have any value to it, but people value rookie cards so much, and I understand why, because people want to own something that was only had a number of them made, and being in mint condition is probably the best bet. So I think NFTs could be a big deal in the future. NFT positions could be a big deal. What are your thoughts on the dark pool video? I did watch it. It basically told me about the content about the 2 billion shares that are out there, shorted shares that are out there, Citadel leading the charge. I think it's interesting. We still don't know all of the details and how that truly affects the stock price. If we're talking about a crazy amount of shorts in a short period of time, yes, it should affect the stock price in a horrible way, which means that it should be illegal, but it's not illegal because they can do it. I think it's kind of ridiculous that they're allowed to do these things, like naked shorting, like trading in the dark pool. But I guess all these things are put out there for maybe another specific reason, but they're using it to better their situation. It's just like taxes. Taxes are put out there, and all of the tax savings that you would get are put out there just to help people save a little bit in taxes, but a lot of people will take advantage of that to pay zero in taxes, like Amazon. Is it bad that they limited their tax based on the tax law to zero? I don't think it is, but based on how much they make, how much the company makes, they should pay a lot in taxes, because if tech companies control the world and drive really this economy, to tell you the truth, then we're going to need them to pay something towards taxes. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I think it should be illegal. It's a little ridiculous. We want to read into it a little bit more, because all of the videos that I have seen, any of the detail is all the same detail. It's just like some of the other information that we would get. We would get like a snippet of what we see, but there's nothing else behind it. I want to read into it and understand both sides of the story, rather than just one-sided and see the shares out there and say it's going to blow. Because yes, it does look like it's going to pop with 4 times the amount of shares that are out there. It makes sense why people would be hype, and I'm hype about it, and why people want to invest more into it. But I do want to see all sides of this story here. So hopefully that does explain a little bit of it. But I did break some things down, and what I thought about dark pool trading in a short video. If you want to check out my YouTube shorts, I went through the definition and what we've seen a little bit and how I feel about it. And to tell you the truth, to make a shorter video short, it's disgusting, right? So yeah, I'm gonna keep uploading these videos, and hopefully we get some good traction there. Got some good traction on the microvision video. But yeah, let's go back to where the thoughts are. Sorry for being a little distant. Can't wait till I could buy my mansion, Lambo, private jet, and yacht because of AMC. Well, who's going to be that person that makes, or who is that person that made a ton of money off of AMC? Because there's, obviously you have DFV that made a ton of value off of, a ton of money off of GME, making millions. Has anybody made, tens of millions of dollars on AMC? I'm sure there's some people. I'm sure there's probably institutions that made some money. Do I do any liquidity mining? No, I don't. Lizzie Hale is from Lancaster, the Reading area. Lancaster is like 30 minutes away. That's pretty far from me. Well, not pretty far, but it's quite a drive. It's not going to the gas station type of close. I mean, why call it the dark pool? Why not call it happy face time pool? It's true. If it's not illegal, then why call it the dark pool, right? 100% true. 100% true. That's funny. That's too funny. Yeah, I would agree with you there. Stop clicking things, man. This guy's clicking things. Dark hole. Yeah, let me see what people were saying recently. If there's any explanation, I agree. This needs to be uploaded. Of course it does. Trying to see any recent comments on it. Not really seeing any recent comments, mainly like 14 hours ago, 11 hours ago. I mean, it is pretty early, but still. GRYM, the tooth. Thank you for the Grim the tooth. Thank you for joining as a member. I appreciate that a lot. I'm already pre-jealous about it. Can we go over some stocks? What it looks like a good opportunity for today? There's a lot of good opportunities as long as we start seeing some positive moves. It looks like things are starting to take a little bit of a turn towards the negative side, but I would love to. I'm going to continue to watch what Tesla's doing. They're down to $618. If they can get sub 600, I mean, I think it's going to be a great opportunity for a decent swing or even a day trade, depending on what happens today. So I think this could be a very great opportunity, and I'm going to keep a close eye on that to see what I can buy into, because once the money clears into Webull, if we are at a point to where this is sub 600 or closer to 500 or so, yeah, I'm in there. It's going to be very quick that I'm in there. So a lot of people may say day trader / swing trader, but mainly day trader, yes. Carl is getting a badass golden plated litter box and bowl. That's funny. Maybe these YouTubers want you to lose money working for the hedge funds. That's not even close to true. If that was the case, we wouldn't be invested into the position. But I'm very transparent. I don't want anybody to lose money. I'm all about profit hands. That's what it's all about here. If you know this YouTube channel, it's all about profit hands. If you can find a way to make some profit, make your profit. It's never a bad situation if you make profit. Yes, you can be salty about the fact that you didn't gain enough, but you made profit. So be happy with the fact that you did. So that's what I'm here for. It's always good to question things. I'm here to answer some of those questions, but FINRA numbers are misreported. Don't trust FINRA. What about Fintel? I've seen those numbers, and people say that those are misreported as well. Next wave will go to about 250. No moon. Are you saying AMC will go to 250? If Tesla at 600, instant buy. Got some at 613. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm hoping that I have money that clears just in time so I can get into Tesla, because I believe that you could have some really good moves, but I want to see it sub 600, hopefully closer to like 500 if it really drops. That's what I want to see. I was hoping with all of these drops that we've seen that Tesla would be the one that drops to 500. You'd be mad if you hold off and it falls compared to if you sell and miss a few extra bucks. True. Trade called Fintel for fake intel, or Fintel for fake intel. But I don't know much about it. Yeah, I've heard something where people are saying don't trust Fintel. Yeah, there's another person, Gary, says don't trust Fintel. Can you check out SNES, a pest control company with a bunch of catalyst earnings today, new working relationship, positive test results, speaking at a conference next week to report test results. Well, you better watch out for that reported test results. Sometimes that might go against you, but could be good. It's something we did see a large pop from in one specific day. I'm going to look at a more detailed view of this, but one specific pop to where it did drop down the next day and ended up, wow, this doesn't look like it has a lot of positive history. Okay, let me look at what the last couple of days like. The last couple of days have been pretty flat. Yes, it did decrease, but pretty flat to where you did see a bounce off of $1.72. You had a little bit of a pop in the after hours market, I believe, pre-market this morning, to where it did drop back down. I guess that was probably news related, I would say. But looking at the potential that it could get to, the only thing that I see is this, like how flat it is over a number of days. It doesn't really make me think that this is going to be a big trade, but if you have news catalysts for it, I can say that it's probably going to be something. You'll be able to gain something out of it, but I don't see a ton out of this chart movement, out of history. I like to see history to dictate what the future will bring, but the thing that you will see with a lot of these news catalysts is the fact that you have something that's basically doing nothing and then jump to doing something. Sort of like what Dolphin was doing. It literally is doing nothing and then jump to doing something. So you might be onto something. You might be able to find something here, and it doesn't hurt to put a couple dollars here. And if it does go against you, then what's the loss of a couple dollars? Or you can just get out of the trade if you wanted to. But I think that if you are seeing all this positive news, I would wait till I see some sort of indication that it is going to move up. This right here, this crossover and jump does make it seem like there is some sort of an indication, but it's not a huge jump. We want to see some movement over, even a day. We just want to see some positive movement all the way up. We do see this crossover, which is good, and this jump here, but instantly coming back is not really the best sign, showing that it did not have strength up there at the moment. So it might be more of a hold and wait if you have a bunch of news that's coming out to push that stock up, in my opinion. So I wouldn't totally write it off, but I would say that it doesn't have enough information right now. If it's something that you're holding at a lower cost, then hold on to it and see what it can bring you, because you never know with certain situations. It could really skyrocket. Appreciate you. Thank you. One, thank you for joining as a member, and Yeah, anybody that is a member, obviously I can see your comments a lot better than everybody else's, just because, you know, your name is colored green, or if you're a mod, then your name is blue, but you still have that symbol. So yeah, we have 539 people in here. That's what it says on my what is this called? Streamlabs OBS. There we go. Let me just upload the GME video before this completely goes against me. Because you upload a video that's an update for a pre-market, and it goes against you very fast, because the stock market is, you know, ever changing. It's going to continue to change, and never the best thing when you're uploading videos. You need to upload videos when the market is standing still, but I always like to give people updates during the pre-market, and the problem is that I don't have enough time to do that, because sometimes I have other things I need to do. Motley Fool is a joke. It is a joke. I would agree with you there. Would definitely agree with you there. They always say like, oh, well, we recommended this, but then 2 seconds later, they're bashing it. So they were like, oh, we recommended Amazon at this point, but then 7 other articles said don't buy into Amazon. Like, what? And now you're sitting here preaching, oh, because Amazon's at 3,000, you're like, oh, well, you know what? It makes sense for the fact that we pitched Amazon, so you should buy into Amazon. It's a complete joke. Complete joke. Uploading another video for GameStop here to break down what they're doing. Hopefully we can see some positive movement here, but it looks like it's probably going to go against what I said here, which will suck. Because like you'll see positive movement of like 7%, and then all of a sudden it will reverse, and you'll see it drop down to negative 7%. And it's like, in this video, it becomes very old, extremely fast. I'll upload the CTRM video later, because that's a long-term play anyways. All right. Where's that at? My best friend from high school has been part of a startup, Hedge Media. If I send you an investor proposal, would you review it for me? This guy worked with MIT. It's very similar to like for an investment opportunity for me to invest, or are you talking about an investment opportunity for you to invest, for me to review it for you? Because if that's the case, then it's probably not something that I would be willing to do, but I will help a little bit if that's the case. But it seems interesting. Anytime you have an investment opportunity, it's always great. I never really have people come to me for an investment opportunity, just because I don't have a lot of people that are willing to take that leap around me. Even though people talk about businesses all the time, they'd rather stick with their 9-to-5 job, and they don't ever want to take that leap. I have not run into a single person. Actually, I lied. I've been approached by a couple of people, but it wasn't something to where it was like, oh, this is a solid idea and we're actually going to take this up. It was more of like, this is an idea. Do you think you can like build a business plan for it, and we can, start it from the ground up and all this type of stuff. It's a little bit difficult like that. So I can help, but if it's just like for you and it's not like an investment opportunity for me, then that's definitely a different situation. I see Trade's recent video. I did see his video. Very hype about the dark pool. Well, I don't know if he uploaded one this morning, but one last night. Very hype about the dark pool shares. I still need a little bit more information. It's a lot of information to take in, but we still don't know everything. We still don't know how this truly does affect what we're doing. Obviously, it has to affect in a bad way if Citadel is involved in it, but we still want to read into it a little bit more. I know a lot that's there, but I definitely want to read into it a little bit more. Yeah, Trey's video was good. Not gonna lie, it was good. I can't say that I watched the entire thing, actually. I think I did. because when I started watching it, it was really late. Let me go back to the. I always like to stay updated to how everybody else does feel about the situation, because it's always good to get an understanding of where everyone's head is. I don't really like to be positive about everything. I like to see both sides. So they've been around for 2 years. Yes, it's for me. I don't know much about it. Anyone can invest, but I would not promote something that is bad. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I mean, let's see. What's the best way to reach out to me? So reach out to me on Instagram. Let's see if I can. I hope that I check my Instagram in the next couple of days. But yeah, reach out to me on Instagram. I haven't fully set up that business email yet, to where I will receive emails. But reach out to me on Instagram, and if I have that fully set up, then we'll switch it to the business email. But yeah, we can talk about that. Alrighty then. Look at this cat. Let's see if we can see him. He's like has his hands crossed here. Look at this guy. He's just staring at me because I looked at him. He was sleeping, but I looked at him and he now is staring at me. I'll email you all the info if there's a way for me to do that. Yeah, I think there is. I just wanted to. I don't have the business email fully set up yet. So reach out to me on Instagram. Instagram link is in the description, and then the email should be fully set up today. Cats creep you out? Why do they creep you out? Did I check Fintel today? No, I didn't. Is it telling me something ridiculous? Fintel AMC. So 16%, we have 300,000 short shares available, 4.29 short borrow fee rate. So that went up from 3.5, but is there something eye-opening that I should see here? I don't know what I should think of Fintel, because people are telling me not to trust it, and I guess they have good reasons not to trust that. But not really telling me anything eye-opening here. But yeah, we have 512 people in here. Make sure you guys continue to hit that like button. It does help out the channel a ton. It really does. Cats are sneaky and you never know what they're thinking. Do you know what a dog is thinking? I know what Carl's thinking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say your name, because if I say his name, he's going to get up. Anytime, Carl, no. Anytime you see any of these companies, so whether it's cannabis or NFTs or whatever, you want to start with some of the bigger name companies. Wherever anybody's getting into, Dolphin will it continue to rise, or is it done? I think we will have a slower rise, but the thing is it had to settle. It was growing way too fast for literally from a day. It was growing way too fast. He now has his paw on my arm. Don't lick me. Don't lick me. Don't lick me. Come on, man. But you basically want to, with Dolphin, this is so distracting. I don't understand it. I pressed the lime button twice already. Press it 3 times, because one time we'll make it blue, the other time we'll take away that, and then the third time we'll go back on. You definitely know what a dog is thinking. I don't know about that. I mean, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You probably do. I know what my dog is thinking all the time. 300 likes. I'll pinch my wife's butt on the way out to work. All right, 300 likes. Let me play an ad here. I bought 20 more shares of GME during the dip. That's good. I thought that maybe we might see something lower. Wait, I was talking about Dolphin, right? Sorry if I interrupted. So I believe that Dolphin can make a move and it can start to level out. As you've seen this decrease, it had to reset itself because it was too fast of an increase. You know, it increased over a full day from $5 up to what, 12 or 14, and then had a little bit of a decrease and then increased again and then skyrocketed in the after hours market. So you've seen a very, very large increase to where people were like, hey, you know, put a couple dollars here. If you put it like maybe $1,000, if it does go against you, it's not something that will really hurt you, but it could triple or, you know, quadruple in price. And that should have been the thing that I did. But usually I don't chase positions. So if I chase it with a small amount and then end up having that skyrocket over a number of days, then that'll be good. Let's see, what is this? YBR. NFT space I think is going to be big. I just don't know what they're physically doing. So over the last couple of days you did see growth because of probably the same growth that you've seen with Dolphin. And I think you're going to see this level out the same way. The only thing is it's going to be a level out of a lot lower. Typically you want to start with something that is the more well-known name or more pumped position so that you can find an entry point in. This might not still be the entry point. But it's too early to tell. You know, I would say it doesn't hurt to put money here, but some people it does hurt to put you know, even $100 or $200 here. So I wouldn't say that, but it's too early to tell exactly what it's going to do. I know the NFT space is going to be big. I just don't know which stocks will be big. It's just like seeing I don't know, big shoe companies. You'll have some shoe companies that'll collapse, and you know that won't collapse, that'll be lower in price, that won't increase to the same rate that other shoe companies will, but you will have those ones that are on top, like Nike and, you know, Adidas or whatever. Usually a voice of reason. What do you make of all this dark pool trading? So the dark pool trading, like I said, is I've been looking at it, been getting a lot of information on dark pool trading, been going through the definition and how, you know, it could really affect it. And we still don't know all of the details on how the 2 billion shares, shorted shares, can affect us in general, or the stock price in general. Yes, you would think that it would affect it in a negative way, but we don't know how that truly affected it because you look at, let's say, what happened on March 1st. Let's go back to, it's not something where we're seeing a large, like, move, I don't believe. I don't want to speak out of turn. March 1st, you know, that's basically where it started to, you know, make the move up. You know what I mean? That's where they said we had 2 billion shares out there, and how does that really affect it? Yeah, it could have, you know, brought it down to $7.50. That's interesting, you know, from that $12 down to $7.50, and then ended up skyrocketing after some of that was covered. So that could be the possibility that we could have seen there, and we could be seeing the same thing here at a massive scale, but we don't really know. So we need to know how that, or what that number is, that updated number is, because from March 1st, that was where we seen that 2 billion share number, right? So I want to see the numbers updated, and if we are seeing a huge amount of numbers in the dark pool, because it might be, instead of 4 times, it might be 6 times or 10 times. I don't really know. Nobody does, because we haven't gotten anything that's really updated there. So I want to read into it a little bit more, also see maybe a little bit more detail, because every every video, every article, everything is really saying the same thing, is that we had the 2 billion shares during this period. It's a screenshot. It's nothing that's, you know, up to date, because we're 25 or 24 days later, right? So my opinion of it is that we still need to take this all with a grain of salt. It's not anything that we can look at as a crazy positive. Yes, it looks amazing. So don't completely write it off, but don't completely take it on like all of these other situations that came up and ended up failing on us. So we can say that all we need to do is hold strong. And yes, we're going to see that instant pop with the fact that they are shorting the heck out of this thing in areas to where we can't see it. So in my opinion, I think it'll be really good to hold on, buy more, buy the dip, because I do see the fact that it is down to 919, and I will continue to buy the dip. As I look at Fidelity, I'm going to buy more and hopefully be able to lower that cost average there, which I should, because I'm at a cost basis of $9.46 over there. Over here, it's different. $9.56, so 10 cents above that. But yeah, my opinion of it is that we need to just hold. Is there a way to check how many shorts have you had to cover / failed to deliver? No, I mean, well, there is if you pay for certain softwares, but I don't want to pay for that. Yes. So hedge funds are shorting OTC shares in the dark pool. Yes, apparently 2 billion from where that stood in March. Well, it is March 1st. We don't know what that number is now. It could be ridiculous, because we did see maybe they were covering a lot of that, and that's why we've seen this large increase up to $14 and 87 cents. But then we've seen the, you know, basically them shorting the heck out of it, and we see a massive drop to where they probably shorting it, doing the same thing they were doing. We don't know the answer to that. Just ride the cycle, but be prepared to lose money if you're timing it wrong. True, but right now I think we're at a certain point to where if you're below $10, no matter what, the stock is worth, I think, $10. People say it's worth a penny. People are saying it's worth like $3, but I can tell you the stock is worth a lot more based on the fact that people really want to, you know, grow with the company long term rather than just doing a short term move. I got in at $7.10. I'm staying. Someone says, Citadel CEO. That is a funny name. Can't say that too much, or else you get demonetized. But it's a funny name. Some managers in AMC dumped their shares. I can imagine some institutions getting out of it and some other funds getting out of it as well, you know, taking a profit. But I don't know whether to buy more now or want a bigger drop. Yeah, we never know what that's going to be. I mean, AMC completely reversed field, not completely, but did reverse field. And now we're starting to see everything, instead of being positive, it's now starting to go down, which is good. I mean, it's more sales for us. But it's not good with, you know, oh, it did. Well, that's a while ago. I was going to say, I thought this was today. I was going to say it did drop to 539. What the? But that's not today. If it drops down to that price, I'm in there so quick. You don't even understand how fast I will be in that position for Tesla. As long as you know, my money clears, I hope that it does clear soon, because what did I do that Tuesday? So 2 days. I don't know if it will. I don't know if it'll clear this week. My money ends up, it always clears at the wrong time. Like it clears when the stock is too high, and then I'm ending up like averaging down a lot of other areas. And then when I do average those down, I'm okay with the money being left in there just to bring that up. But I can't ever average down AMC or buy into a position that I really want to buy into because a lot of the money is held up, and it sucks. It takes 5 to 6 days with Webull. With Fidelity, it's like instant. There's no issues with Fidelity. Matt, I know you don't like crypto, but Bitcoin will drop from 40 to 47K today. Get in and ride it back up to 56 or 58. I put in 1K, you will gain a few thousand in that fact. That's great to know. Thank you. I mean, I'm not really a crypto person, but I'll definitely look into it and can look into throwing some money in there as long as I see the chart working the right way. It's not really as predictable as like stocks, even though stocks really aren't predictable either. You can predict what they're doing in the day, but based on you know, the week or so, it's kind of unpredictable a little bit at least. So let's see what's going on. It did drop. Didn't it drop? Yeah, yesterday. You think it's going to drop to 47K, or yeah, 47K today? That's interesting. I'll take a deeper look at that. It's interesting. Thank you for calling that out. Doesn't Fidelity use their cash reserves to make it seem instant? I believe so. But it's very easy. Robinhood's 3 days, but Robinhood sucks. That math is off. What? For taking $1,000 and making a couple thousand? Yeah, I know what you mean. That's only a certain percentage. You're not going to make that much money from that. You only make a percentage of what it grows. So I understand where you're coming from, but it could look like a great swing trading opportunity for Bitcoin. Made some on my day trade off of HOFV. Right now at 61%. Let's look at that. So that was up 38% yesterday. It's down 13% right now. So hopefully, yeah, you said it was a day trade, so you got out when it was up. That's good. That's really good. There's a bunch of board members leaving GME as well. Rumor of a rumor is that they were in some way facilitating the short campaign to bankrupt GME against. Again, rumors, take a grain of salt. Yeah, I understand. I understand what you mean. Anything that we see here, we do want to take with a grain of salt. We have 492 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys want to join the Discord group, make sure you click that link in the description. It's the first link. Also, if you want to join the YouTube Shorts channel, please do so because it's linked to the chat, and there is going to be more short form videos that are created there. I do want to build something to where we can, Carl, I can't take you licking me. I'm going to tell you to get down. I can't do that. Your tongue is like sandpaper. I can't have that. Stay over here, man. No, not today. Not right now, at least. Not during a stream. And he's still licking me. Like, we already like you, Sir Perry. Bitcoin is a moneymaker, not for everyone. I hear you. I hear you. Never could understand crypto, so never got into it. Yeah, I understand it. I just know that it was too volatile for me. I know that Bitcoin still looks pretty volatile, but it's not as volatile as it was. Like, you didn't see it go from 20 to like 5,000, or, you know, it's never been licked by a dairy cow. Carl is ready to trade. I think you're right. And if you don't pet him, he bites. You have a cat that, if you don't pet the cat, it bites. Good to know. Not going to be around your cat. Let's see. Oops, that's not it. So AMC right now is up 1.22%. It's at $9.13. GME is up 1.79%, up to $122. It was at a high of 136. So we might see another down day today. I mean, you see a lot of red. It goes from green in the beginning of the day to completely red by the next hour. So like, I started at what, 7 o'clock, 7:19 or so, and it was all green. It was all moving on the way up, and then I uploaded my videos, and all of a sudden it dropped down. Everything dropped down. It wasn't just AMC, GME, and costs are the only things that are really up. You do have ZOM that's making moves, but if it's going to continue on the way down, I'll continue to invest in ZOM. You know, I think ZOM is going to be a pretty big mover for at least me. I'm going to invest a pretty penny in there. Just got to wait for some things to clear. Right now, the Rocket is 59% of this portfolio, and AMC is 21%. While Ride and ZOM both hover around that 9% mark. So waiting for some money to clear. I don't know if it did or if it will. Oh, I got $2,400 in cash. Okay. I think I deposited. That's weird. All right, so I have $2,400 in cash. So it looks like I'll be looking into more sales today. Hopefully AMC, and maybe some Rocket. I still have 3 day trades left. I haven't used any of my day trades. So I'm looking for more sales, more bottoms, which sounds weird, but I'm looking for more. And then we can see a large increase on the way up. We hold fake shares of AMC. It's starting to look like it, I guess. Average down, baby. Yep, that's what it's all about. So we have 475 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Continue to get those likes up. Remember, if you want to check out the YouTube Shorts channel, it's right there. The link is in the chat, and it's also in the description. And if you want to sign up for the Discord group, where we have a number of people talking about different things, and they even post, you know, I'm okay with people posting, you know, other videos that may call out things. I have kids, I can't talk about everything. So a lot of times I like to spend time with them, and I can't make these videos. So if it gets to the point to where you're like, all right, well, we need to make sure everybody has an update, you can post Trey's video in my Discord group, just to be able to talk about it, because if I don't have a chance to talk about it, it makes sense for everybody to know about it. You can post other you know, videos, articles, Reddit articles, all of those things in there, so that we can get this conversation going and understand where AMC will go, or where a lot of other things will go. I don't know why you got scared, man, but it made me jump a little bit. So yeah, make sure you check both of those links out. And if you want free stocks, click the link in the description. It looks like GME just turned negative, is now down 0.07%. It might end up, you know, fluctuating back and forth. Typically by the end of the pre-market, we're going to see a little bit of an increase. That's usually how it goes. I don't think that happened yesterday. I lied. It happened a little bit yesterday for GME. For AMC, that did happen. It went up to $11.21 to where it dropped down to basically continued to drop down. We might see more of this downward movement based on the down market and maybe them shorting the heck out of this position. SSR doesn't mean anything. I did post that trade video. Glad you're good with it. Yeah, I'm okay with it. If I can't get to a topic and we need to talk about this and get some sort of information out there to everybody, it makes sense to get any type of information that you can to the group, especially if I'm not on it. If I'm not right there to post, and sometimes I'm not because of, maybe I'm playing with the children or trying to put them to bed or something like that, and it makes sense. So definitely give people the information that they need, no matter where it comes from. And I obviously, if it's good information, and I support that, Trey has good information. I've seen some other videos that, really just, read the information. It wasn't really something to where you provided any type of insight. So as long as it has good information, I'm up for it. Time to get into Roblox now. It's damn low. Where is it at? It's at $64. Oh, $61. Yeah, if I see that break 60, that's where I'm interested in it. Because if you look at the history, which it doesn't have a lot of history, but if you look at the history, you can see that it started at 61.50. So that would be the lowest of the low. If it hits that low, then it's going to have a little bit of a bounce off of that, because that is a hard, it's not a hard support level, but it is the lowest support level that they do have, right? So we're going to see that at $60. If it breaks 60, I'm there. If it gets close to it, I'm also there, but I'm there with a lower amount of shares. So I want to see that move up maybe $10 or so. I'll probably invest in, let's say, I don't know, maybe 100 shares. Does that work? Probably less than that. Right now I can't do that, but yeah, invest in a few shares here and there, maybe 10 shares or so. If it does grow $10, you gain $100 out of it, or however many shares. To be honest, since so many YouTubers talk about AMC, it goes down. I don't think that's the case. I think so many people are talking about AMC to keep the interest there, because if we weren't talking about AMC, you would be left on your own, and seeing this downward spiral, you would probably sell by yourself without any type of information. I'm not saying that and nobody's educated or anything. It's just when I see a stock and I'm by myself and have nobody else to really talk to, even somebody that has success in the stock market, not currently, but has success in the stock market usually, can see it and go, okay, well, I'm really alone at this point. I can't really voice my opinion to other people and make it a little bit better. So yeah, it ends up being a little bit difficult if you don't have people talking about it. Do you think Roblox can get to $55? That's my price point. I think it can. It's going to be hard for it to do so, because once people see it get down to this point, they're probably going to end up investing into it. The good thing is that if we do see a down market, right, there are a lot of people that are holding because they feel as though this can really skyrocket from where it stayed flat at. So if it stays flat around that $70 mark, people are thinking that it could crazy increase over $70, so they're holding this position. Now you're starting to see people sell off with this down market. If we continue to see a down market, it could push down below it, but just know that people are looking to buy in at certain support levels. So just realize that. I do think it can get there, but it'll be tough. It might not be today, unless we see something really big of a drop across the board. What YouTuber, if you had to choose one, inspired you to make stock content? The first person that inspired me to make content was Graham Stephan. I watched him when he was under, I think he was at 80K when I started watching him. And he inspired me because he put so much work into 3 videos a week. It really inspires me. Then I watch Meet Kevin, which puts a lot of work, but less editing, really into a bunch of videos a day, maybe like 3 videos a day. And it really, inspired me from there. But when it comes to stock content, if you watch a YouTube channel called Bear Bulls Traders, I think they have a low subscriber count. But the guy, Andrew Aziz, Andrew Aziz wrote the book, How to Day Trade for a Living, that's in my description. And I followed him and seeing what he did, anything that he watched when it comes to day trading or swing trading, any people that he associated himself with, all of the groups that he built, all of that stuff. And it really inspired me to start making stock content and start, honing in on my day trading skills and basically letting the world know about any type of day trading skills that I do have. No way do I win every single trade. No way do I win a large majority of my trades, but I limit the losses and maximize the gains as much as I can. But yeah, I would say he inspired me. Let me see if I can find him, because I used to follow him on my other with my other email address. Yeah, you know what? He doesn't have a low subscriber count anymore. It was low, but now it's 40K, which is not bad. And this is his channel right here. It kind of got like taken over by a number of people, so you have a lot of people that trade in here. But this is the guy that wrote the How to Day Trade for a Living book. Him right here. I was watching his video yesterday about the biggest mistake that he has made, and he obviously goes through a lot of different stuff here, and the book really does his trading justice. So I mean, you can see everything that he does. He goes over his mistakes, goes over his wins, losses. In the beginning of his YouTube channel, he would mainly just go over a bunch of his trades, what he did for the day, and go over his losses, any gains that he had for the day if he was day trading. For me, that's what I'm trying to do as best as possible. But obviously I'm going through this swing trading method to where I am holding on to the position. So updating on any day trades is not something that I am doing. Maybe I'll make some day trades with the $2,000, but I do usually want to average down some of these, especially when it comes to making a couple $1,000s off of these. I might end up buying more into AMC here. I think that's a good bet. Right now it's down to $8.98, which I can lower that cost basis down if I buy a few more shares. I can basically go ahead and buy I don't know, 100 more shares and lower that cost basis down some more, from $9.56 maybe to $9.25. I would like to get it below $9, but we'll see. It looks like in this portfolio, at least, AMC is not holding a huge percentage. It's only 21%, which it could be higher if I did invest maybe $1,000 more. So we'll see how that goes. There's a famous Japanese day trader who makes 2 million day trading, or 200 million day trading a year, probably, I would say. They're not going to make that a day. But yeah, I mean, if you maximize your gains, if you, like, say, for me, typically what I used to do is every day I would trade one time. I would day trade one time, basically pick out my best move here, and then I'll try to make $100 in that day, right? I'm looking to get to $100. The next day I'll look to get to $100 as well. So basically I'll give myself one chance. If it does go up $1 and I have 100 shares, I'll gain $1. Then the next day if I lose, I'm losing $20. So if I lost $20, I'm now up $80. But then the next day I have a chance to gain another $100. If I gain $100, I'm up $180. I would keep doing that and gain a little bit. But bro, I had to search your channel to find your live. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I understand, where they're coming from, but I mean, I haven't had another video today, so it should have sent out a notification, which makes no sense. I think you can do some sort of update in the Discord group when I'm going live. So I'm gonna do that. As the Discord group starts to grow, it makes sense to be able to do that, to understand when I'm uploading a video or when I'm going live, when I'm talking about things. So yeah. All right. So we do have the Discord group in the description if you guys want to join. Click the link. It's the first link, and it is $5, but there's a great group of people so far. We're going to continue to grow this thing and continue to talk about different positions, not just AMC. As time goes on, we'll talk about AMC, GME. It looks like AMC's taking a little bit of a hit down to 888. Wow, how it has turned. But create sales. I mean, we're creating all of these sales. They can continue to short all they want and try and scare people out of their positions. It's not going to work. Racisms? I should have listened, shaking my head. Many people got mad when you said you would sell at the high point and then get back in during the dip, but you were right out of all. Yeah, I mean, that's what I try and do is promote that increase or promote the profit. You know, it's all about profit hands. I understand that people want to have this increase a massive amount, and the way that you do that is holding. But if people can take their profits and get back in at a certain point, it still limits what they're doing. They're able to drop it a lot quicker if people do get out at those high positions and then are able to invest back in lower. It basically has that, let's say if they do end up shorting this to Kingdom Come, right? And it's at $14 or $15. You get out of the position, or everybody finds a way to get out of the position, or a bunch of people, and then it starts to drop down because they're shorting it so much, and they drop it down a ton. But then once you do find that low point, everybody invests back in, boom, you get back in, you drive the price up again because everybody's pushing that stock back up, or you're creating a wall. And then you create that wall and then you drive the price back up. While they're shorting the heck out of it, you're kind of screwing them over by doing that. So I actually think that's a better method, but people don't think that's good because, which I understand, is because what people tend to do is they'll wait until it gets to its absolute low, and its absolute low, if everybody gets out, might be zero. And we don't want that to happen. You know what I mean? We don't want them to short this thing until it does go to bankruptcy. So we don't want anybody to wait. We want people to say, hey, we're getting out at 15. Let's all get out at 15. And some people might end up, getting stuck in there. Oh, okay. But then you end up investing at a certain point. So every time we let everyone know, hey, we're investing, or we're all selling at 15. We're all getting back in at 7. We're all selling at 20. We're all getting back in at 7 again. So everybody's finding a way to make money, or for the most part, a bunch of people are making money. And then the hedge funds are getting screwed over because the price is rapidly dropping and increasing as they continue to short it. But we're kind of screwing them over by rapidly increasing the price. So when they do have those short positions, as they take them really low, they're losing a ton of money going on the way up. Yes, they gained money by shorting it and having that short be still there while the stock price continues to go down. So they're gaining money on that, but they're also losing money on anything that they shorted where we hit that stopping point. So it's kind of hard to explain, but we would be screwing them over if we did it that way. So it's tough. Tony, he made a video. It's tough because my normal method is to literally see that high point where it's at $14, sell, take out an $8,000 profit, and then end up buying back in at this $8 mark. So then I made a ton of money, also lowered my cost average, and then lowered my cost average more by adding $8,000 onto the trade. So if I invest into a position and it's $9 and then it goes up to $14, I have let's say $8,000 profit. I take all of my gains plus the initial investment and invest it in lower than what my original cost average was, or even above my original cost average. I'm still going to lower that effective wash cost average. So instead of having a $9 cost average or an $8.75 cost average, I'm adding $8,000 to the books. Which means that in order to break even for a wash sale, I'm down to $6 of a cost average or $5 of a cost average. I mean, it's simple. So that's what I look at here, but I can't do it because I basically get stoned if I do it. I lost 9,000 viewers after the wrong GME call. No, I actually gained viewers off of that. The only reason I lost viewers is because I'm not streaming long enough. I stream from 7 o'clock until about 10, and everybody else is streaming from 8 o'clock until 4 o'clock. So they're taking advantage of as much time as possible, and then also that exposure on I believe Trey's channel was something that was big as well, because there were some people that were not getting that many viewers. But I find this a lot easier. It's not crazy about the money for me, so I don't have to milk it all. But I do want to be able to understand. One, I want to be able to obviously make money from YouTube, but it's not crazy about the money for me. I like to give people affordable Discord groups, memberships. If it was about the money for me, then I would price my memberships at like $3 for the lowest level or $5 for the lowest level, and then whatever, and continue to go up from there. But memberships on YouTube is really just to call out anybody that's in the live. This is the meaning of the ice cream cone, my friend. What are you talking about? Is that an actual phrase? Because I didn't know that. Thank you for the super chat. What's the meaning of this? Is the meaning of the ice cream cone? So yeah, it sucks. I only stop viewing if they're dickheads. You ain't a dickhead, so it's cool. I appreciate that. Thank you for saying that. Love this platform. It's like a morning show. Stick to your plan, Matt. You make different decisions. Yeah, I think, like I said, yeah, other people may be getting more views here, and at 110,000 subscribers, it's kind of it starts to be pointless for a lot of people to do this, because you can get more views from an actual video rather than the live streams, and which creates more dollars. But I like interacting with everybody. I like finding a way to get to a point. Like 2,000 viewers is a perfect height for me. I don't want anything right now. It's at 460, but 2,000 viewers is a perfect height for me. I really don't want to have to get to a point to where the chat is overwhelming. Eventually, I'll get to a point to where the chat is members only, so that we can get some updates at that point and understand that people mean business. Right now, there's just not enough members in order to do that. So eventually, it'll get to that point when it does become maybe like, I don't know, a year down the line. I don't know how long it'll take, but yeah, I try to. Matthew is the morning show. Meet Kevin is the soaps. Love this platform. Yeah. Matt Trey and Jeffrey Forbes are the only ones I trust in this community. I appreciate that. That's great company. I appreciate that a lot. A car would be bouncing off the walls eating ice cream. He tries to eat everything. It looks like AMC's really taken a little bit of a dip. So it's down to $8.85. GME is still positive, which is a good thing. Cost is positive. Rocket is negative. It's down to $22.05. I'm not seeing any type of real movement here. If it gets down to $19, it's going to be huge. I'll continue to invest into it. It will be way more than 60% of my portfolio, just because I do see this as a massive swing trade. but it probably will take maybe like a month or so. Invested in this in the beginning of March, and I do see this as a pretty decent gain that we can get, as long as I can take some money, invest at a certain point, lower the cost average, then pull those same shares out and find a way to keep doing that, lowering that cost average. Right now I have 265 shares, which it could be, I could double that amount. Yeah, I could double that amount and then end up lowering that cost average by at least half of where it is if I do see an increase in that day, and I'm hoping that I can be able to predict that. Right now, it's not at a point to where it's predictable that it's going to go up. Yesterday was literally just a massive fall. We did have a point to where it did increase in the beginning of the day, and that's what I'm looking for today in order to make a move and then get out of that move. So I'm looking for any type of recovery that I can get. I don't know why I went to 6 months, but we did have a little bit of a drop, and then recoveries to $22.89 all the way up to $23.56 or 57 cents. I don't believe that I would stay in the whole entire time. Probably move up to about, where is it at? Yeah, probably move up to about halfway on that point, make some money back. And then you'll be good. So I'm still looking for that to increase, but it looks like we're going to have another negative day here. One more negative day. It looks like Tesla might hit sub 600. And that's definitely a great deal there. So I'm kind of contemplating either going into Rocket. I'm definitely considering going into Tesla. So I'm wondering, which low should I get into? Should I buy more shares of ZOM because it is breaking below certain points? Interesting to me. We definitely need to find a way to buy these dips because it's going to be pretty good. I would love to see Trey and Matt together. Trey is always sending love your way. Yeah, I appreciate what he did in the last video. I was working and I heard him talk about me and commented on there, and some people were like, oh, I don't like Matt for, not really understanding. I'm kind of paraphrasing at that point, but basically saying I don't like Matt. And he's like, I don't care what you say. Nobody's gonna say anything that's gonna make me go against him. So that's cool. That's much love right there. So I just wish his eyes would work with him. They would cooperate with him. That it sucks that he's going through that because a lot of people are depending on him. They care about him. They want him to be healthy. They want him to he was talking about an eye patch, so that was interesting. But yeah, it sucks that he's going through that. I have 1,603 shares of ZOM at $2.55. Looks like I'm buying more today. Red day. Yeah. Yes. I think it's huge. I mean, if it gets down to, I don't think it will, but if it gets down to $1, then I have a huge buying day on my hands. It has to be at least 1,000 shares at that point, because I do see that jumping, and I could basically double that in price. Where it is now, it's definitely going to find a way to double. So if you can get that cost average down to $1.50, yeah, you're easily doubling the money that you put into it. So if you put $3,000, $6,000 on your hands, that's pretty good. I don't know how I stumbled onto this channel, but it's one of the best ones. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate that so much. I love making content, and if people are loving it, I'll continue to make it, Trey, I'm a veteran. I don't see many good things in his career future. What do you mean by that? I mean, I see a lot of good things. If he wants to make his career about trading, I see a lot of great things in his trading future. I just hope his eyes start to cooperate with him. That'll be really good, because then he can continue to make, content for people, continue to be there for people, that need help, consulting, all of that stuff. I think it'll be really good. I'm also looking into Mavis here. I'm looking into MVIS at $12.45. What? It's going lower and lower. These are sales. These are huge sales. You're saying the U.S. don't give a shit about veterans. Yeah, I can see that. They don't show their true support for veterans. And the thing that he has going for him is that he's taken on something that other people really couldn't do in life. Taking on a YouTube channel, building a community, building a business for yourself while also making money while trading. You're building a ton of streams of income for yourself to be able to be well off. And I think more people need to do what he's doing. I took it upon myself to make a YouTube channel. I didn't have the growth that he had, so he literally jumped in at an amazing time. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to jump into something and create these streams of income, whether it's YouTube, I can't think of any other streams of income, dividends, or stock investing. I was trying to think of Patreon. There we go. That's what I was thinking of. But there's so many different streams of incomes that you can have, and it's going to be really good for a lot of people if you start to invest. I told you, Christine told everyone to sell at 230, and he has said not to buy in. No, this is huge. You're talking about for ZOM. You're talking about for ZOM? I don't know if you're talking about for ZOM. I think ZOM is going to be really big. We're going to see that definitely make a move. Everything is down because of the fact that the market is down. I mean, you're seeing a lot of negativity on everything. So what we've seen yesterday was kind of, for at least AMC and GME at 15% and GME down 33%, was partnering the down market with partnering the down market with a lot of the shorting this to kingdom come type of thing. That's what it was all about. They were shorting this like hell, as much as they could possibly do, while also seeing this down market, while people were really scared about what was going on. So I think that we're going to see a lot of these start to reverse once we do see a market that's upbeat, because this is not that. This is not it. Because even Ride, dropped way lower than where I was expecting it to go. Right now, down to $10.61. That's huge. That's a huge drop. Absolutely horrendous. But it did go back up to $11.83. Still not high up to that point of $12.80, but this is probably going to be, I only have $1,000 into it, but I purposely bought only $1,000 into it because I wasn't sure exactly where it was going to go with the down market. But now it's, I guess up to $11 at this point. I was hoping that maybe I can see a lower point to where I can buy into that, maybe invest another $1,000 into it, buy another 100 shares. That would be pretty good, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So I guess we'll see there. Matt, do you think will be the best dip opportunity right now? There's a lot of great dip opportunities. Right now, we're probably not going to see a ton of growth today. There might be a complete reversal. Don't get me wrong. There might be a complete reversal, and it happens. But I would say Mavis is a huge dip opportunity. MVIS is huge. I think they're going to get up to easily $20 once we do see positive days. That's definitely a great dip opportunity. Tesla's a great dip opportunity, down to $600. You see it start to increase now, and they move a lot during the day. But I still want to see if they get sub 600. but there's a lot of different positions that could still decrease today. So there's a lot of opportunities that you can get in close to the low, but it's not going to be the absolute low if we do see a negative day today. So dip opportunity, yes. MVIS, Tesla, ZOM is a great dip opportunity. I believe that they're going to double in price, and if they can get closer to $1, I'm putting a lot into it. So you're going to see my cost average drop quite a bit because I'm going to buy maybe like a good 1,000 shares or so. Yeah, maybe half that, but get this over 1,000 shares that I own. But yeah, there's a lot of good dip opportunities right now. I need to take some of these off of here. And some of these positions are just continuing to drop, like TCAT, TKAT. That's continuing to drop. I wouldn't do anything there. Would try and figure out where the absolute low is. I'm looking for CCIV to drop down to $20. That's where their low has been. And it might drop a little bit more, but this might be a good time to get in closer to where the low point is. When you do see that positive move, it could push up to $30 easily. I hear a lot of people talking about Zoom and how Zoom may fall off with the pandemic on, the back burner, basically. So we'll look into that as well. But yeah, those are some opportunities. 30 minutes to open. Yep, we're ready. We're ready. We got 446 people in here. We should get to 446 likes. Hit that like button. Remember, if you guys want to join the Discord group, it's the first link in the description. Also, if you want to join the MP Shorts channel, that's definitely a great channel to join. I believe, at least, not only because I created it, just because it's getting a lot of positive feedback from what I see. Let's look at where the channel actually is. Let's go to the YouTube Shorts channel. So right now it's at 362 subscribers. That's pretty good. I'm all for that. Looks like where's one of my videos got like 8,000 views or something like that. Yeah. My ZOM video telling people to invest now got 8,000 views. That's huge. It's a short video. I make all of them short videos, and looking to make some more content in that area. We got Microvision video around 500 views. So this is the channel here. If you guys want to subscribe to it, please do so. It does help me out a lot. Yeah, I think this is going to be really good as I start to create a lot of this content. So it's the link in the chat. It's pinned to the chat if you guys want to subscribe. Trying to grow that to 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time or so. I think Tilray is another good dip buy. Yes, let me see what Tilray is actually doing. Yes, down to $20.79. Let's look at my 10,000 foot view here. You can see that it did break below my trend line yet again. This trend line was moving upward, and you do see that as a couple of touch points, but it looks like it's slow moving, slow growing. With these down days, I understand where it was going. And right now in the pre-market, you do see this drop down even more. I guess that was it. You do see this drop down even more to $21. So yeah, it could be a good dip buy as well. I would agree with you. Cannabis sector, I believe once you get to a certain point, it does start to slowly grow, and you'll see those spikes here and there, So very interesting. AMC is down to $8.92. It's crazy how the price is going down with so many people invested with stimulus, even with them shorting. Yeah, true, but things affect the overall market, and this is horrible timing that things are going down because stimulus should have added a ton of money into the market, and I don't know why we're seeing this. It doesn't really make sense. Honestly, where does this AMC shorting stop? I don't see any means of power or even a will to stop the conceptual drive down, only endless ways. That's what I was saying. That this shorting and buying and shorting and buying is something that we're going to see probably continue for a year. You know, we're going to see it for a long time. As long as we hold and as long as they continue to short, I don't think they're ever going to give up. They're not going to accept these huge losses. They're going to accept small losses in order to drive this thing out as long as possible. Because if they draw it out as long as possible, they make billions versus losing millions. And I don't know if I'm like okay with that, but you know, you do what you have to do. I think they can continue to draw this thing out, and it's not going to be good for our situation if we decide to cave. And there's going to be a lot of people that just give up and say, you know what, I'm investing my money in other areas, because by that opportunity, like some people may have invested, let's say, held up $10,000 or $20,000 into the position at like, I don't know, a $10 price average. You expect it to go to $20. That's really only to gain double your money. So let's say from $20,000 up to $40,000. Could you have gained more than $20,000 by putting it into other trades? Probably. But the overall hold and how we're looking at this, you know, holding as it's going on this roller coaster, we're not gaining anything extra on the deal unless we sell at the highs and buy at the lows, you know? So it's making it very difficult. You know, you secure your profits, if you can, secure your profits up at the highs, and then, you know, only keep like some of the profits invested just in case it does skyrocket. And if it does go lower, you invest all the things that you had back into the lower points so that you can make more money. So people are going to start to get tired and say, look, I could have made more than $2,000 at this point by holding this money into this position. And I don't want that to happen, but I want to make sure that I continue to talk about this so that people do understand that there's so much light at the end of the tunnel. There is. So I don't think there's anything stopping them from keeping going here with this short laddering and shorting and, you know, dark pool trading, everything that they're doing, they can continue to manipulate, because all of the things that they're doing besides maybe the short laddering is legal for the most part. Not with the new DTCC rules. Who created that? Was that government that created that? You think the government aren't backed by hedge funds and don't get a ton of support or get money into their campaigns from these hedge funds, from these billionaires? Do you think that they implemented it just so that they can do this on a government scale, basically recounting everything that they can recount, saying that they have to come forward monthly on this? How can they get by coming forward monthly on this situation? By doing everything intra-month. They do everything intra-month, and by the time they report, everything basically looks as normal. I mean, how do you get by a lot of things? They're going to continue to try and get by these things. To tell you the truth, I think the vote probably would have been the best piece to this. Yes, it would have decreased the stock value, and dilute shareholders. I understand that. But you look at this and you will say it does decrease the stock value, but it will increase the price because you have the amount of shares that are out there. You have the automatic recount by the form of the company doing the recount there versus anything else. So I don't know. It's tricky. People are looking at this vote as a bad thing, but I think the vote might actually be a vote yes might actually be a good thing, even though you have the decrease in price, the dilution of shareholders. I understand that, but it could be a lot more than what we're looking at a surface level. They're punishing people who invest their stimulus money in the market. That could be why we saw all of those polls asking what people would be doing with their stimulus money. That could be an instance as well. Yeah, just a random conspiracy. I would agree with you. Some conspiracies seem legit. Oh, don't worry, I'm holding. At this point, I pretty much lost out on all those opportunities to sell at a profit target and then end up gaining more money by buying back in low, even though all of them were there and they were all fueled by manipulation, not by people selling off. So, you know, I'm blocking the mic. I'm sorry. Hopefully you heard at least some of it. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. Very cold down here. I'm so cold. I'm using my stimulus money to buy a PS5. At least you're honest. Let's be honest, guys. The squeeze could happen, but as investors, we are here to make money, to try to keep making money. I'm an AMC shareholder right now, but I feel like I should be taking profits than buying back in. Yeah, true. If they're manipulating it, it's going to go down. Why not take some profits and then buy back in at lower points? At this point, we're buying low to continue the movement, and I understand that we're going to continue the movement, continue to hold as much as we can. But if they're going to manipulate the stock price in order to bring the stock down, then I mean they're going to do it. I mean, what are we going to do to fight it? Hold? Okay, they're still going to bring that stock price down. Implement the SSR? Okay, they're still going to bring that stock price down. Implement something of the DTCC rules? No, they're still going to bring that stock price down. They're still going to find ways to go against us, and they're going to continue this train on and on and on and short as much as they can until this company is shorted out of existence. And I don't think that's going to be the case, because we're going to help them survive and create a lot more when it comes to revenue. So I think that either way, they're going to lose money. But if they end up shorting at the top and finding a way to bring as much as they can to short at the top and bring that price down to where the reasonable price is, then they can make money out of that. So it sucks. Yeah, 19 minutes. Yep, 19 minutes. Let me play this ad here. I need water because I'm dying here. Whew. I need to get some like cereal or something. So there's a lot of different things that, we look at here and we say, Jesus, that we look at here and say that there's, manipulation and all that stuff, but it's just really tough to take all this stuff in. The fact that there's this conspiracy that I hear that, no ad for me. That's good. Skip. Yep. Go ahead and skip it. It's fine. It plays 5 seconds. That still gives you a certain amount of ad revenue, so it's cool. I always do the skip option. But yeah, it's crazy with this, what's going on with the down market as they implement stimulus checks to have people invest into it, and then people get scared with their stimulus money and lose all of it, or they say that some people aren't strong and they don't hold. It sucks. It does suck. But, you gotta do what you gotta do. As long as we hold, I think we can continue to ride this thing out. The fact that it came past the 200 EMA is not something that I thought would happen. It hasn't crossed the 200 EMA since back here, back in February. I would say the last cross was back on the 23rd, and this cross was actually on the 23rd as well. And that's not really anything to take in there. My stop loss for AMC is 2 cents. I haven't invested more than I'm willing to lose. That's good. It's good. Patience, gang. Yep. I see you got rid of that cough. Yeah, I kind of had a little bit of a cold there, or a sore throat. I did have a little bit of a cold, but I'm drinking a lot more water. So as you mentioned it, I start to think about a cough. Stimulus checks were a joke. I hear that they're thinking about doing monthly stimulus checks, but I don't know how that's going to play out, because right now we're at the tail end of the pandemic, but people are still struggling. The U.S. just doesn't want to help their their citizens. I understand what they're trying to do is give it to the people that need it, but you can never 100% predict who needs it and who doesn't. There was a lot of people there were people that I knew that had a 6-figure job, lost everything, and now they were living paycheck to paycheck. And if you are living paycheck to paycheck, it's still tough. Even if you go a couple of months and you actually have money in your savings, it's still tough to basically pay however many months without any type of work. That's why I always promote doing as much as you can, creating a ton of passive income for yourself, or extra income, whether you're doing Uber, whether you're uploading on YouTube, making money in the stock market, dividends, Patreon, TikTok. There's a lot of different things that you can make money with, and it all comes together to equal quite a bit of money if you can grow from it. And it took me 2 years to grow on YouTube, and I'm not saying that I'm the best person on YouTube for everything, but it's always good to be able to have that passive income out there. Wrongfully terminated, being denied unemployment. It's under review, and I was the last week to week before that. But yeah, it's extremely tough. I feel for you. Am I into real estate investing? Not at the moment. I wanted to get into it, but not at the moment. I feel like that'll take up a little bit too much of my free time. When the kids get older, then yes. Right now I have to cater to the kids if they are here. I don't really trust any babysitters, to tell you the truth, from all of the scary things that I hear with children and babysitters and all that stuff. I can't do that. Hey, 220 likes. Yep. Got to 220. Thank you for hitting that like button. Continue to hit that like button. I'm sure all the people here haven't hit the like button. If you guys want to join the Discord group, the link is in the description. Also, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube Shorts channel, right now I believe we're at 362 subscribers. Let's see, 365 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button over there. Hit the bell notification. It does help out a lot. I would like to get over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, but it takes time. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I think it's going to be good to have all of those videos out there. It's going to be tough to get to the watch time because they're 1-minute videos, but with your guys' help, I can get there. Only family with the shorties. Even then, you gotta make sure, let them know. Too many Epsteins out there. I hear you. I hear you. That's something I worried about. With 2 daughters, it's something I really worry about. Not sure if we'll have a third one, but if we do, then also real estate will be pushed even more. But it's great to be able to see my oldest daughter start to become independent, at least start to do things on her own. Some things. She still cries about a lot, but yeah. I'm out until tonight. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Big ups to that. Let Carl babysit. Carl doesn't care. All he does is sleep. He's a cute cat, but all he does is sleep. Same thing with my dog. That's all Emmy does is sleep. It's going to be a green day or a red day. It's a little tough to say. It looks like it's going to be a red day, but we could see a complete reversal. Right now, we have 12 minutes left, and I don't see any sign of reversing. So we might see that negative day. But just be aware of a false reversal, which we might see with some positions, which we did see yesterday, I believe. We've seen something to where it did increase right from the start, but then ended up decreasing right after that. So if we look at, let's say, one day, we can look at, we've seen an increase and we thought that it was going to be a good day to where they were going to recover. Nope, ended up decreasing and continued on the way down. So it sucked, but hopefully we can see that increase. It looks like it's going to be something that may have that little increase and we could see a reversal. I just don't know if we'll push up that high. Right now, you know, we pretty much finished the pre-market yesterday. We were down there at the $9.90 mark and then pushed up to $10, $11, opened and then pushed up to $11, dropped down to $9. You could have easily taken any type of a profit and then gotten back in way lower, you know, at 850 or 875 back here, or even, you know, 895. But right now we're sitting at $9 and, well, we closed at $9.02. Right now we're sitting at $8.88, starting to go down a little bit more. We're getting closer and closer to the open. We have 20 minutes until the open. Make sure you guys hit that like button. So yeah, same thing with GME. We're not seeing a huge negative day. It's fluctuating between positive and negative. So we might end up seeing that push right from the start, the complete opposite from what we usually see, to where we would see that normal decrease from the start and then it would push up. We now are seeing that increase from the start and it's pulling back down. For all positions, you know, ZOM is now below 150. That's huge. As it continues to go down, it gets to be more and more of a buy, in my opinion. So that could be something that you could really see some good movement with. Total, it's down 15%. So is Ride, that's also down 15%. My Rocket is down 23%, and my AMC is down 6%. So a lot of people are having a lot of red in their portfolio. If you don't mind the Piscine energy, you won't understand. Pisces gang. That's what it's all about. Matt not good with the MAFs? MAFS? I have 450 shares of AMC, average down from $13.50 to $11.45. I'm planning on doing some more. That's smart. I plan on averaging down as well. If I can find a way to continue to average that down, I'll be fine. So I want to bring that down. If it does go down to $5, that's exactly what you'll see me do. I just don't want to see those times to where it does like just straight decrease. I can't find any increase days. It just straight decreases. That's not what I want. You know, I'll add on shares. I'll continue to add on shares. That's not a bad thing for me. Can add on a good, 2,000 more shares or so. Or sorry, 200 more shares. Right now, I believe I have $2,447 in here. So total account of 12,000. There should be 10,000 that's going to be deposited in there, and then we'll be good. Math, 8 minutes. You were 10 minutes off. It seems like the lag is a little different. It was 10 minutes. Sorry if you covered already. Suspended yesterday. Is it squeezing? Do we have any type of information on that? Suspended yesterday. That's weird. Let's look into that. I will look into that in a little bit. Let's check this out. Let's bring this here. I don't even know why I still have Nokia on here. Yeah, so sundial might be very close to a good opportunity. I believe Tilray might be close as well. Let's look at, wait, where's that at? H or what is it? Short interest over time. Oh. Short float is 32%. I don't think it's squeezing. The thing with squeezes, they don't happen this often. So I would say you're seeing a massive increase, but I don't see it as a squeeze yet. It's definitely seeing that large increase. We'll have to take a look at that, but it's suspended, so. Merger involved with a bankruptcy involved. Huh. You'd be averaging up. Oh, you're talking to somebody else. That's not usually recommended unless you want to stick it out longer for a return. Yes, I would agree with you, Brad. I think Mac works better when Carl licks himself. Is he licking himself right now? Is that what can you see him lick himself? I'm watching him do it. I feel like that's wrong to watch him do it. You got to clean yourself sometimes. Seems like he only cleans one spot though. Really nervous for today. I'm excited for today. I want to see what they can do. What it looks like they're pushing back up into the range of being positive in the last couple of minutes. Let's hope we can see that as a positive. Well, not positive overall, but positive from close to about right now. Let's see if we can get above 902, continue on the way up. That'll be great. ZOM is still below that 150 mark. Did drop down to $1.45. That's huge. So a lot of these become buying opportunities. Microvision's down to $12.47. Carl's investment is not looking great, but over the long term, I think it looks really good. DraftKings is down to $63, 62 at a low. So everything seems to be down. That's crazy. You ever bet on your winners, not your losers? What? No way the market drops this hard again tomorrow. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, the more we see it drop, the more these prices go on sale, right? A lot of people are like, hey, this is horrible. I want to get out of these positions, and it's great if you can and be able to see when it is getting to its absolute low and getting into it. That's always great, but no one can predict that this was going to happen for four straight days. So we do see GME that's up 2% at the moment. That's good, but nothing else is up. I lied here. You have Nokia that's up 0.03% or 0.13%. Sorry. So should be good. I think it should be good. Do you think Tesla stock will be trending down? It's a possibility. Like I said, we could see a reversal. It looks like it is starting to find that uptrend, but we might see that continue to fall as the day goes on. It looks like the overall market is just collapsing a little bit. It's not a complete crash, but it is collapsing. We're seeing this huge drop, which I expect a ton of people to make videos on the market crash. Every time the market drops, there's always a ton of videos talking about the market is crashing, you know, get your positions out now, why I sold all my Tesla shares, you know, things like that. And it ends up being a little ridiculous. You got to kind of get on the train. I don't think I've made a market like video. I was close to it. You know, I actually did record one, but I thought, you know what, I'm not gonna be in this. I'm not gonna do that. So looks like the market is open at the moment. Let's see what type of movement. We might see really slow movement. We did see 2 million shares or 3 million shares worth of volume in the pre-market. And now we're seeing fluctuate. We're seeing some positive movement, negative movement. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it there. You can see that on the way up. It's moving. We see GME up 4%. AMC's up 0.3, 0.1. It's making a little bit of moves. Only thing that's up is AMC and GME. Everything else is still trending downward. We have cost that's down below $22. It's at $21.97. That hurts. Ride is down to $10.97. ZOM is down to $1.48, 49 cents. AMC is making a little bit of a push here. A little bit of a push. Even though it's a down market, we're seeing that push. Jeez, us. Look at that. 950 is where it's going to. 950. It just broke 950. We're up 5%. We're up 6% in GME. This is huge. 7% in AMC. 7% in GME. Look at this push here. Look at this, man. Look at this movement. Let's get excited here. Come on, keep it going. It's pulling very far away from the 15 moving average, but you know, we're up at 6%. 6% here, 7% there. LOL, jeez, us. Everything else is down. Everything else is down, but AMC and GME continue to see that push up. ZOM is starting to make a move as well. ZOM is starting to make a positive move. Look at this. I'm going to say it again. Jeez, us. This is moving. It really is making some moves. Come on. Let's keep it going. Let's keep seeing this positive movement. I know the 15 moving average is down here, so it's probably going to end up making a move backward, but it's good. It's just starting going. Yeah, I know. We got GME that's starting to fall down a little bit, starting to pull back. But that's understandable. It's trying to get back to, you know, the 15 moving average, making it seem like it is falling in line. It can't keep running like this forever, or can it? Or can it? Let's see what Rocket is doing, see if I could find anything positive there. I can't really find anything positive at the moment. It's just making a slight move up. If you're looking at the lows here, it's making a slight move up. It looks like they're starting to pull back a little bit. Let's try and stay strong, continue to buy, continue to drive this price up. But like I said, you could see this large increase and see a slow decrease as well following the rest of the market. Mavis is looking good. That's making a little bit of a move, up 1%, 1.5%. ZOM is up. So if you were able to get back in and buy some at lower than 150, then you'll be good. You could have made some money there. I still see them making their moves. It's getting far away from the 15 moving average. SNDL is starting to make sort of a move on the positive train. Tesla is making a little bit of a move there too. Ride still down, but making some sort of a move. Sucks that that's so far down, but it is at $11.07. Need that to really push up. Right now, down about $134 on Ride. Looking for an entry point for AMC. I don't know where they're going to go to. Like I said, you could see this large increase and it either comes back to the 15 moving average or continues down if we are seeing a down day. It looks like things are starting to push over to the negative side, or sorry, to the positive side. So that's a good thing. Can you show the level 2s for AMC, please? I don't know why this is so far over. So here's a level 2 for AMC. You have a lot of buy orders that are coming in. You do have some sell walls. A couple of them literally placed at cents apart. 923, 924, 925, 926, 927, 928. You have a lot of them placed very close together. And you have a lot of buy orders coming in, and it may be a lot of market orders. You have a lot that came in at 920. They want to create that wall at 920, and it did pass that wall. So it's finding easy ways to pass these walls. Now you're going back down to where it was. This is the same thing we seen yesterday. The same thing we seen yesterday. Get ready for some disappointment here. I hope not, but get ready for it. We're for ZOM, we're making some moves up. That's good. That's really good for anybody that's in that position. AMC is up 2%. GME is up 1.3%. It was up 7% at one point, up to 129, but you see how far this is falling down. It's starting to push past where they're, it's starting to turn negative, basically. It's going to be at that point. Short wall, we need more buying. Yes, we do. No matter what, I think they're going to continue to short this thing, and we need more buying when they run out of shorting power, which I don't know where that is. It looks like AMC is making a little bit of a move up at this point, back above 920, which is good because I think we had a firm buy wall at 920 at one point. But it's good to see some green candlesticks instead of all of the red candlesticks that we did see yesterday on the way down. It continued on the way down and was kind of disgusting, to tell you the truth. We got 427 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Continue to drive up those likes. Also, if you want to join the YouTube Shorts channel, it's pinned to the chat. It's definitely a great channel. And I'm not just saying that because I created it. But we have 368 people, 368 subscribers that are over there. So if you want to be 370, then go ahead and do that. If you want to be the 1,000 subscriber, go ahead and do that. $920 entry. You got it at 920. I don't think that's bad. Lowering your cost average is always good. I just want to see a form of positive movement, and this might be that form. It might be a way of pulling back, but it also might be stair-stepping on the way down. What price are you looking for, Matt, to cost average down? Well, I could do it at any price here. It is below my cost average at the moment. Obviously, in the beginning of the day, to be able to cost average down and seeing that growth would have been the best bet. But sometimes when I'm on YouTube, I miss the train. It's very easy to not see that. But I don't ever try and do that while I'm streaming, because I'm trying to like narrate what's happening and also invest, it ends up being tricky, and I end up missing my exit points and entry points, which should have been an entry point right from the start, as long as I've seen this large upswing here. And you could have made some money by getting into it and getting right back out, and then also lowering that cost average down from 9.56 down to maybe, I don't know, not even $8, I guess $9 or so, depending how much you made. Which if you had invested a lot into it at 9.11 or 9.07, going up to 9.74, you could have lowered that cost average quite a bit. At least halfway in between where it was. So if you did invest at 9.07, halfway between where your cost average is and there, if you did buy the same amount of shares that you have. AMC, SNZL, PRCL, APPL going green. Yeah, it seems like a lot of things are starting to turn over to green. I mean, AMC did it quick. GME turned over to red, and now is down 1.8%. Could possibly get below $100. We might see some fluctuation. If we see some real movement, then you might see some fluctuation here. MVIS is up 3%. I said it could have been a good buy at the point if you wanted to make a decent swing trade out of it or a day trade out of it. $12 to $13 is huge. So, and that crossover really indicates that it's going to continue on the way up. The only thing that's the indication that it's going to come down is the fact that the moving average is so far away from the actual price. So you might see that come back to earth a little bit, or it might settle up there and the 15 moving average will come up to there, which could be a possibility. Get ready for the dip, guys. I know. You're seeing a lot of positions turn over, though. Ride's now turning over. That's good. That's a great deal there. I'm okay with seeing anything sort of positive with Ride. I'm still waiting for Rocket to show something, to show some sort of volatility. Not really to just give me this look and where they are. I want to see some sort of volatility where it is going to, decrease and quickly increase so that I can do my day trading method. I just don't see anything right now. ZOM is at 165 or 161. I think I just checked that. AMC is at 923. You see that crossover. Hopefully we can continue on the way up. I hope that this is the low. You do see multiple touch points here. Guess a couple touch points here. So hopefully that's the low, and we can continue to see that on the way up, and this crossover grows rather than, diminishes. So I don't have the psychology to be a successful day trader, nor would I want to be. I do like swing trading, 3 to 6 months bets, like farming. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. It's always solid to be able to do that. The only thing, and it makes it a little bit more predictable, to tell you the truth. Sometimes it's less predictable because you never know what the overall market's going to do, and that affects what the stock price is doing. So it looks like AMC is making a pretty decent move up. Pretty decent move. See, if I was just watching this without narrating on it, without talking about it, I probably would have invested in maybe 100 shares here to lower that cost average, and then getting out somewhere around there. So it wouldn't even have been a larger gain. It would have just been a small gain from $25 up to about this point, to where it did turn negative, or maybe even this point. I guess it's this point where it did turn negative. I would have got out with like maybe a couple cents, 10 cents, lowering that cost average a little bit. Come on, Zom, you can do 6%. Yeah. Like I said, it's going to come back to this 15 moving average. Always take this as the truth. In my opinion, it seems to work. It always finds a way to come back to the moving average, whether it's a lot or a little. Just expect it to come back at least some. There's a rare chance to where it will just stay flat. In those cases, it looks like cost is really making a move from $16 or $15, where it opened $15.90, up to $17.50. That's huge. Costs always surprise me. I always think that, oh, it's over, but Costs does a lot. GME is starting to turn positive. You see ZOM pushing 5%. Mavis, MVIS is pushing 5%. SNDL is pushing 1%. We're seeing some positive movement here. Bed Bath & Beyond. The Zoom is up close to 1%, which would be about $3, right? TCAT is making some moves, making some big moves, apparently. From $31, that could have been a massive day trade that you had from $31. But like I said, I'm not watching these things closely because I'm, narrating on it. You seem a little far away on Rocket, like you're betting on a big jump happening. You need to lower your cost average on Rocket. Yeah, I will. I'm looking for a point to where I can lower my cost average on Rocket. Right now, we're not seeing anything. We're seeing this upward movement, upward momentum, but we're not seeing anything that's that solid positive movement that I need to see. From 2180 up to 2218 is definitely good movement, but I want to see something that's solid, like maybe downward movement and then a complete reversal. That usually helps out with those. I don't want to invest or buy into it right now and have it go even lower. I am waiting for a very large move with Rocket. I do see them maybe a month or so from now, probably even less than that. It's really unpredictable when the move will actually happen, but it will be a pretty decent move, I believe. At least I have a pretty sizable amount in Rocket, and I don't want to continue to add to that. I want to add to ZOM, which I should have added while they were down here, but again, was going through the whole situation of looking at the stock rather than investing in it. This is where, like, being on YouTube, talking about this stuff and then investing is kind of different. It kind of gets in the way a little bit. As I'm going through any live moves, I can talk about those live moves, but I also want to answer questions. So, all right, let me get this out of the way. Let me see what DDS is doing. It looks like they're making a little bit of a move here. I don't like when people spam everything, but it looks like they're making a little bit of a move here. So from an open of, maybe not too much of a move here. It looks a lot better than it actually is. If it's a possible NFT move, then that's always good. You didn't really see the same jumps that you've seen with all the NFTs though. So if it's a possible NFT move, then you would have seen that. So I don't know. It had a lot of potential down here as a swing, but I don't know where that potential ends up lying up here, because you do see it having the retest and ends up failing those retests, and then even has another one to where it retests at this high point and ended up failing on that as well. So it's not something that I would clearly look at now. Would have looked at before as a pretty decent swing, but not right now in my opinion. Uh, 6% for AMC. That's huge. Love it. Love seeing it. Why did I keep going 3 months out? Love seeing the positivity. Look at that. Look at that movement. Hopefully some of you got in at that mark. What was it? 314, 312, or sorry, why did I say 3? 912. Hopefully some of you got in there. We see GME having that reversal, and now it's pushing up to 120. It's 2% positive on the day. Cost is up 7%, which is really big. Seeing them leveling out. Rocket is not doing anything that I would hope that they would do. So it's a little bit discouraging. Zoom is up, or ZOM is up 6%. Microvision's up that 5% mark. and you see the 15 moving average coming up to where it is. So it's not safe, but it is, close to being so. Do you ever catch yourself narrating when you're looking at a stock off YouTube? Yes, absolutely. I just do it. But when I'm investing, I am completely silent. If you're seeing me making moves and actually watching what a stock is doing, I am silent. I do not make a single move, and you see my eyes moving at basically looking at so many different things. So that needs to change, because if I would like to do some live trading, as I'm going through it, I want to kind of narrate it a little bit and what I'm looking for. But a lot of times I'm completely silent. I'm looking at what I'm looking at, and that's just how it goes. Look at Viacom. They're another potential squeeze play. Check it out. We're definitely making a move today. I guess it's still down from the previous close, but it's definitely making a move today from that $66 mark all the way up to $70. So you're saying that this is a squeeze play here. What's the short? Do you know any of the information, like short percentage? The let's see, go up here. You can't short the position, so obviously that's a no-no. Wow, it had a lot of movement over a number of weeks or months. It's back from January, so a lot of movement from $36 all the way up to $101. Seeing that large increase could be pretty good. You could see something really big here. So they had quite a bit of movement today in the morning, but we're seeing that reverse as of now, down 2%, and it continues to increase. So that's definitely an interesting play when they could make a comeback. Where the low will actually be, where they will end up increasing, it could be soon. But yeah, you're right. Looks pretty good. I would like to see a lot of the other detail on it, like what the short percentage is. Short interest, if they have any, which I would imagine they would have to be. AMC's up 4%. Yeah, starting to go down a little bit. GME dropped from up 2%, now down to down 0.6%. Doing AMC spam really isn't doing anything right now. Yeah, AMC's not doing much right now, so you're right. I would like to know late breakfast or early lunch predictions. What? Like what my breakfast will be? No, I'm just playing. Let's see. It's very difficult to predict where it's going to go because it seems to fluctuate. I'm hoping that we see a positive day, but it looks like there's a bunch of things that keep turning from positive to negative. Look at MVIS was up, it was up 5%. Now it's down 3%. This is looking a little bit sketchy here. As people are getting back to $14, it drops down to $12.70. AMC is doing kind of the same thing. It's up to $9.61, drops down, and it's still up 3%, but it drops down. GME is stair-stepping on the way down, which sucks. Costs actually had a huge move up to $18, and now it's down to $16. It's still up 2%, but it's down there. ZOM was up to $1.65, and now it's down to $1.58. So it's very difficult to predict at the moment. It's still in the first 30 minutes, but we're seeing a lot of movement. I trade Riot and Mara options. Well, Riot's down 8%. Did have a pretty good move today, just like a lot of other things. Had a pretty good move, but then it dropped. They're all following each other. Well, I guess not. Roblox doesn't look that great. It did increase to $63, but now it's pushing that $60 mark. So it's going to have trouble pushing past $60. If it does, I think it's definitely a buy. But you want to find out where that low actually is before you buy into it. How long will this dip last? It's hard to say. We might see a dip the whole week. You know what I mean? Like we see this increase that's happening. Now we're seeing crazy reversals. Like it's moving in weird directions. You know, it's up 2%, down 2%, up 2%, down 2%, up 5%, down 5%. Like it's crazy. AMC is now up 4% when it was down 2%. So I think we're seeing this upward movement here, and we might continue to see this on the way up. It might stair step, it might go slow as it's growing, but I think right now we're sitting close to my cost average, which is fine. GME is at 121. It's hovering close. Cost is now at 4%. It looks like Zom's making a little bit of a move. Should I invest in 100 more shares? Probably. Let's invest in 100 more shares as it starts to find a strong point. I'm okay with that because either way, I'm right around, or I'm not around it. I would be lowering my cost average. Let's invest in 100 shares of Zom. So that looks good. Let's bump that to 700, and now lowering my cost basis to 174. So if I can continue to lower that again, I'll buy another 100 shares. No, we'll wait. I would like to get that lower to like below 170. If it goes lower, I'll buy 300 shares. George W, you watching a lot of Trey? Watching a lot of Trey's trades? Yeah, we're creating that W formation on the way up. You're right. We are creating that W formation. Seeing that skyrocket. Look, we're up 5% at the moment. Up 3% on GME. Seeing that W formation as well. Costs, we're up 4%. We've seen that large increase. Let's hope we could still see some positive movement here. It looks like it might be a slight positive day rather than a negative day, but this is still too early to tell. Yeah, I talked about the 2 billion shares earlier today. AMC heavily shorted in the dark pool, 2 billion shares shorted in the dark pool March 1st. That's for, yeah. So I did talk about that earlier today. And I did create a YouTube short video on that, not fully breaking it down because it's only 1 minute, but did talk about it and how it is disgusting. And we still need to see some more data on it and how it is truly affecting, because we look at what happened on March 1st. We did see a little bit of a decrease down to $7 right after that, right? But then we've seen that large increase. Maybe they were covering some of those short positions, and now we're starting to see a larger decrease, which could be the form of them shorting a lot more, which means that that number could be a lot higher of the total cumulative shares. So we don't know the full extent to what the number actually is. Wherever that came from, we need more. You know what I mean? We need more information to actually gauge the situation. Zom, baby. Yeah, Zom is making a little bit of move. So I bought back in, and I will continue to buy back in. If it does go a little bit lower, I'll buy more in. If it goes down to where it was, I'll buy in 300 shares. I should have bought 400 shares when I was down here, but didn't end up doing it because I was going over what was happening with AMC and GME, and I totally missed what it was doing. So GME is now up 8%, up to 130. Huge. That's huge. Cost is up basically 7%. AMC is pushing that 6% mark. We're seeing some good moves. I think Trey got too excited about it and assumed too much. I mean, you can only hope for the best, really. I like what he's doing, with his channel. I understand the excitement. People look at it and see the potential, but we don't know all of the information. So I actually need to know a little bit more. I like to see both sides of things. Every single side I like to understand, because all of the times that we've seen people say the price is going to crazy skyrocket right now, and it never did it. It's kind of annoying. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a person that says, hey, this price is skyrocketing. I think we should see a massive push like we're seeing now, 11%. Wow. This is huge. Planning for the worst is definitely the best. As someone just said that. You plan for the worst, and then when it ends up, being way better than where it is, you get a better play out of it, right? Imagine paying taxes on capital gains and not living in Switzerland, like me. What? We've seen a huge move from GME, up 11%. We are going to see that pull back a little bit, but hopefully we see a little bit of a pullback and a massive increase as well. That'll be really good. It looks like AMC is starting to make a slow move upward. We see anything happen in a rocket? Absolutely not. I missed it. I just, gosh, I'm sorry about that. So this is the problem with doing this, is that I missed when I needed my run in order to bring it down. He makes more money on his Kool-Aid drink, bringing apes, than he does with his stocks. He's a fake. No, I don't think that's true. I think Trey makes some good money as long as he can pay attention to it. I know yesterday he missed a couple because of like narrating, basically, like I just did right now. Could have lowered this cost average quite a bit if I would have freaking paid attention. But I did miss a little bit. Yeah, I did. So people say I didn't miss something. So it was from $21 up to 21.80 up to 22, which I could have had a little bit of an in and out. And a lot of times I'm looking for that massive in and out, but this is bigger than the in and outs that I usually accept. The in and outs that I usually accept are like 20 cents, but this would have been more than that. So it would have been good, but I missed it because it was clear. It was very clear. AMC needs to move up by tomorrow close for me, damn it. I hear you. Well, right now it's making a move up. Let's see if we can pass $10. We're seeing positive moves here with some of these positions. Roblox was still negative, was down to the $60 mark. And I can say that people will see that bounce off of $60 because that was the previous low. That's a hard support level, very hard support level. So just know that that's where you can get in. Trey always has good thing to say about you. AMC pushing again, man. It feels good to see green again. Yes, it does, and it's great. I watch his channel, and it's always great to hear good things and support anybody else that's really talking about stocks. Especially me, because I'm myself. I like when people support what I'm doing, so that's cool. Nice W on AMC. Yeah, a really nice W on AMC. Let's see if we can push past that $10 mark. That'll be amazing. If people ended up buying more shares down here, you're making a pretty good deal out of it by easily being over that $1 mark. So if you invest in 1,000 shares, look at this. Matthew keeps it real, unlike other YouTubers. Exactly. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. Tell people the real information, how realistic I can be for AMC. People are asking about what's the realistic price target. I think realistically, for a large push, it can get to $50. But my goal is 20 to take profits and then see it come back and then get back into it. But I will have some that still sit in there. The ones that are probably in Webull, I'll keep in here as it does continue to push up over 20. But my goal over there is 20, basically to double that money that I did have in there, which would be, I invested 15,000, I believe, 15,000, looking to gain another 15, which I'll probably invest a little bit more. Right now I have another 2,000 over here. So yeah, looking to gain another 15K off of it. The KJ effect, thank you for joining as a member. I appreciate that. I wouldn't look. Don't say bad things about people. I mean, you can say like, oh well, I don't like this about him. Have an opinion, but don't just say like F somebody. I'm gonna have to time you out, and you're gonna have to be gone if you say anything else like that. Like, that's not cool. Obviously not cool. I don't say anything bad about anybody. There are people that I don't like certain things about, but wow, holy crap. Jesus, wow. This is making a huge move up. I did not expect this to completely pull away from this 15 moving average. Oh my goodness. Do you see this? Trey did not go to Harvard, but he's still a nice guy. What? Do people have to go to Harvard? I didn't go to Harvard, so hopefully I'm a nice guy too. So yeah, I figured that this back here would pull back to the 15 moving average, but it's continuing to push up. We see this at 140. That's really good. If anybody got a position in this to invest at 116, you got it at a good point. You can make a little bit of money out of it, or lower. I don't think any lower, but you can make some pretty decent money out of it. I didn't go to Harvard. AMC is making moves. It's not following what GME is doing, but it is making moves. It is positive. We're seeing costs that's positive, up to $18. That's huge. Ride is making some moves. That's good. It's above $12 again. So now I'm not losing over $100 on that trade. That's good. ZOM is up to $1.68. Pretty big here. Pretty big moves here. Went to University of Chicago. You know what I want? Some Chicago deep dish pizza. I've never had it, and I want it so bad. I've had like every type of pizza besides that. And I don't know if anybody sells that over in my area, but I want some. All right, well, it's 7 minutes over. I have to go. I didn't even realize what time it was. I'm having fun. Tesla's running too. That's good. But make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for the 2 members that did join my I don't know what to call it. It's not a program, but the membership. Thank you for joining. Also, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube Shorts channel, it does help out a ton. I'm trying to grow that to 1,000 subscribers so I can get that monetized. I'm on the road to getting it monetized. But yeah, definitely check out the YouTube Shorts channel. Right now we're sitting at, let's see, 375 subscribers. So continue to push that YouTube Shorts channel. This is going to be the thumbnail that we create. It's going to be less than 60 seconds, very short videos, nothing too crazy. Also, if you want free stocks with Webull, click the link in the description to get your free stocks. And if you want to join my Discord group, which is pretty dang great, you want to join my Discord group, then make sure you do so. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you for subbing. I don't know how to say that name, but thank you for subbing. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video or stream. I'll be commenting on things, and I'll be in the Discord group as well. So see you guys later. Over $10. crazy. I want to stay live, but I can't. $10 and $4. Jesus, what's happening here? Is this the? Wow, I'm loving this. I'm loving this movement. All right, I gotta go. I'm sorry, I gotta go. Shoot you an email. Where do I have your email? So, do you have an Instagram? Hit me up on Instagram. I'll be looking out for it. But I don't know. Told you AMC was going to follow GME. It's making some moves. All right. Well, I got to get out of here. Make sure you hit me up on Instagram, and I'll on your channel. I'll check it out. I'll try and find it. But yeah, I got to get out of here. So I'll catch you guys in the next stream. See ya.